Yeah.
it's a bit of a double-edged sword when you think about it that way. They're like, unsuccessful entrepreneurs could just go, yeah, I'm moving the needle. I worked 12 hours today. I'm on my computer. I'm making cold
Yeah, this
calls.
one,
I'm on
right?
social media. Like, hey, I'm on Instagram for 3 hours a day DMing people. And it's like, well, yeah, you can convince yourself of anything. It's a dangerous game to play, right? Like, Brandon, you recording everything, I would love to be doing that. And I think the last couple of weeks, like since, we had our kid a week ago, I was like, okay, this week I've been up at 5 a.m. Like I kind of do like the couple hour morning shift with the newborn and then wake up the toddler and go to daycare. But like in that 2-3 hour span in the morning, I'm like, I am only going to focus on things that I know are going to generate money. And then the rest of the day, I can kind of answer emails and do whatever I need to do. And I kind of took that page out of a guy we recently interviewed, Nick Kuzmich. And I saw a post of his, and he was like, I do an ice bath, workout in the morning, and then I do 90 minutes of like hyper focused work. I don't answer my phone. I don't do emails. I'm just like working on, I know exactly what's moving the needle. And then the rest of the day is juggling kind of whatever I need to as an entrepreneur. But so you have to be, like you said, efficient. You got to find out what's making money and what's not. And if you need that extra revenue, then focus on what's going to move the needle. And if you don't, then you can kind of grow, right? It's like it ebbs and flows. You have to grow your business with like lead gen, social media, adding value. But at some stage, you got to know how to turn on the faucet and how to make money.
I meet every Monday morning, the group of realtors and I that meet, and we kind of go over and we bounce ideas off each other. It's a prospecting meeting, like what have we done to prospect and build our businesses in the last week. And one of the agents that, like, every time I ask him, like, what did you do last week? He's like, well, I organized my calendar and I got everything ready, really organized. And then after the break, just like last week, we meet, like, hey, so what'd you get up to? He's like, I organized my calendar. I'm like, man, you must have the most organized possible calendar. Like, but like, at what point does having an organized calendar turn into money for you, right? Like where does the return on investment start here by having your organized calendar? Like, it's kind of you got to think about things like that. Like
it's kind of like a to-do list, right? You can get lost in, I'm being really efficient because I have all these to-do lists, but your inbox is never going to be empty, right? You're always going to have things to do, and you're just going to make little work projects.
For sure. Yeah. And I think within your business, you have to look for ways to fire yourself first off for time. And I use that as a frame for getting back time for my family and also focusing on more income generating activities where I can get that $200, $500, $1,000 an hour kind of income coming in. But I also use that for a frame for when you go back to your buddy organizing his calendar all the time. I would ask myself, okay, what if I was an employee, would I want to promote myself or would I want to fire myself? And if I had a day where I'm like, you know what, I would fucking fire you, then that shines a light up to me that I'm doing the wrong thing that day. And it's a really raw frame to look at, because that if you were paying someone, the mortgage industry, 200,000 plus per year, whatever, to sit in that chair and do what you're doing, and you feel like you would fire that person, then you need to give your head a shake and see what you should actually be focusing on.
That's very well said. I mean, unfortunately, I think I would fire myself more often than not, but I'm a pretty tough boss, I think. But yeah, that is really well said. Like, I haven't thought of it like that.
Yeah. Take it into next week and you'll cut so much from your life.
Oh, totally. You have to be a little bit more harsh with your time, I think.